Okay, so I've been working on the bumper here, welding everything up here. I put a filler piece right here because it was kind of an odd open space, so I got that welded up. Got it all welded up here, all welded up at the top, all this welded up. I got all my tabs welded up. Pretty much done with the welding and the grinding here for these side lights. So, you know, I'm pretty happy with everything. Besides body work, I'll have to put some Bondo on this to kind of really smooth it out and do all that. But as for welding and grinding for the fog lights, I think that's pretty much it. The LED light bar. This 30-incher ain't gonna work. See if I can show you here with one hand, but you can see when I stick it up there, there's the frame rails, and that's pretty much, to get this to work, I would have to trim all the louvers that interfere with the frame, and then even I would have to take some of this frame off to get this light, this 30-incher, inside the bumper. You know, getting it inside the bumper isn't the problem. It's clearing the frame is my problem. So that's not gonna work. I'm probably gonna have to go with a smaller one, around a 20-incher. I'm guessing 20-some inches to get it to kind of fit in there. So I'm gonna have to figure something out and find a new light bar. So I don't know how long that's gonna take. Guess I probably should have took the bumper off and measured that before I started this, but I'm really not in a hurry to get this completed. I'm kind of wanting to take my time with this and get it done the way I want it done the first time. So I'll be looking for a new light bar, and when I get one, I'll start cutting that hole in the center. So until then, I guess I'll be back. Okay, so I got my one panel here kind of scuffed down and all ground smooth enough for the bed liner I'm going to use. I'm going to use the same bed liner I use on the side of my dually, or the rockers on the dually and the flames. It's just this rubberized duplicolor. I really want to see what this looks like black. So that's the whole reason I'm painting this right now and getting this ready. So I think it's going to look a whole lot better black. Once it's dry, I can mock it up, kind of see what it looks like again. But yeah, really, I just want to see what this looks like black. So I'm going to get this painted and get it drying so we can do another mock up here. I gotta tell you, that bed liner is some weird stuff. It sprays weird. It's just kind of some odd stuff, but take a few coats here to get this covered, and we'll let her dry. Okay, so there's the centerpiece, black. And it does look a whole lot better. I really like that that look. I'm almost tempted now just to leave out the LED light bar, but I don't know. I really wanted to integrate a bar in the center of that bumper. So I'm gonna go see if I can't find a smaller light bar, something that'll work, and I guess we'll see. We'll see what happens here, I guess. Okay, so I ended up finding a light bar locally. You can see it's nowhere near 30 inches, but after seeing my lights here, I think you get too big of a light bar and it's kind of going to take control of the whole bumper. So I kind of went with a smaller light bar. This one is actually 13 1/4 inches. I think it's longer than that, but that's what it says. That's what it's telling me. It's made by Traveler. I didn't know they made lights. I thought they just made greases and stuff. But it's got a really nice waterproof connector here that plugs in. It's got nice louvers. I mean, it really looks like a quality light. I paid more than I wanted to for this because you're going to pay more locally for these bars than if you buy them online, because I'm not really sure why. Just the local people seem to charge more for stuff. But anyway, this is kind of a neat light. Why I liked it so much is it's kind of a blacked out light. You can see it's got some black panels between each of the LEDs, which is kind of neat. Which it's kind of like a blacked out bar, and it kind of goes with the theme of my whole truck. So it's pretty neat that I found this light. And of all places, Tractor Supply, if you can believe it, none of the auto parts had anything remotely close to a bigger light bar. This is a smaller light bar, but it's still it's over 4,000 lumen. So I mean, it's a bright light. So now that I got my light here, it's gonna go basically right where the license plate used to go, and we're gonna try to fit it in there. It also came with this really nice bracket too. Probably gonna be able to cut this off and use it for my mount. So I think that worked out pretty good too. I got me a mount. I don't have to make it. And they got balls on this. You can see that. And then there's balls in there. So once it's tightened down, it should be a nice tight fit. It shouldn't move. So that might save me some time too, just cutting these brackets off and being able to use them. So I guess I'll be cutting up my bumper again. Well, there's my hole that I need for that to fit. We're going on the inside line here, outside line on the tape there. I think I got to go a little bit lower on this bottom. So I'll be taking that a little lower, but that's it. Gonna cut a hole, a perfectly good looking bumper already, but hopefully this light's gonna make it look even better. So I'm just staring at it, isn't getting the job done. So let's start cutting, I guess. And that is exactly what I'm after. Pretty darn good size hole, first cut here. It looks like everything measured out really nice. Gonna be minimal cleanup on this. I am probably gonna fill in here. I'm gonna put a filler piece here, filler piece on the top, and a filler piece on the bottom there probably, just to kind of give it a boxed in look instead of having these holes here. It's not a curved light bar, so that was one of the things I couldn't find locally, was a curved light bar. But it's going to cause me a little extra work, but I think it's going to be all right. I think it looks awesome. Okay, so I got my hole cleaned up here, where my light's going, and basically what I'm doing here is I'm making a piece. I'm what they call Frenching the lights in. Okay, so I need a strip all the way around where the light hole is, and this bumper is not flat. Okay, it's curved. So I got my strip, a little strip of metal here that I'm using, and I've notched the center of it and bent it. You can see it's bent. Otherwise you wouldn't be, if you didn't notch it, you wouldn't be able to bend it. It would want to distort. You can see how it's still straight. It needs to be straight so it can go up in here straight. So I'm going to tack it in. I'll tack this all in, make sure it's straight, and then when I pull the bumper off to weld it all up, I'll just weld that seam up there, and it'll be one piece. Okay, for reasons why you wouldn't just leave the hole the way it is. Well, this piece and the piece right here and the piece down there are going to add strength to this bumper. Okay, right now there's nothing there, and this bumper, I mean, I can move that with my hand. So that's not really good for a bumper not to have strength. So when I put these pieces in, the strength's going to come back into the bumper. And you want some strength to your bumper because it's a bumper. You know, you hit something, this is supposed to protect the rest of the truck. So even though I got all these lights and stuff, you still don't want it to crumple if you hit something. You still want it to function as a bumper. So I'm going to get my filler pieces in here. And I just showed you how I did this top one. I'm going to do the same thing for the bottom one. Side ones, pretty easy. I'll just take a piece of paper or something, and I'll put it in there, and I'll make me a template. And then we'll move on from there, I guess. Okay, so just like before, I'm making templates here out of steel. First out of cardboard, then out of steel. Then I'm going to tack them in here. And I can't do this with one hand, but you get the idea. That goes in there. Tack it up. And I already got this side in, tacked up. Got the top tacked up, the bottom, I'm not gonna do anything with the bottom because there's not enough room. So we'll have to just deal with what we got. Actually, I think I need to grind it down a little more. Not this side, but this side needs a little more knocked down. And I have to be good enough for what I got because the light bar won't fit in there otherwise. So going to finish tacking this in, and then probably test fit the bar in there one more time and then pull it off. Then I'll have to actually make the mounts. So I'll be back with you, I guess. So that's how you French a light bar in a bumper, guys. Looks much more professional than just cutting a hole. So I'm happy with that. It's got to come out now, and I got to put the mounting brackets on it. Okay, you can see I lopped off the brackets there, the end of the bracket where the light bolted on. I cut them off and used them to bolt the light on. Welded the brackets in there so they're welded to the bottom of the bumper here. And I actually went around and finished welding all of my seams there at the top and both sides done. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Pretty happy with that, with how that looks there. So, and I've got the bumper on once again. The 100th time that I stuck that bumper on, and I believe the last time it's going on. So once it comes off here, it's gonna get prepped for paint. So I think I'm probably gonna call this part 2. I'm gonna end it right here, guys. Get this out to you, and I will see you in the next one.